The purpose of the playback chapter is to provide you with the basic information that you need in order to establish a positive working relationship with Sibelius's playback engine, playback configurations, playback devices, Sibelius sounds, and the mixer. For the purpose of this discussion, we'll assume that you have knowledge of how to get sound out of your computer or connected hardware device, either through system preferences on Mac or through the control panel on Windows. In short, if you hear sound coming through your computer, then you're ready to continue with this chapter to make discoveries about getting sound out of Sibelius. The first setting that you have to be concerned with in order to hear sound coming from Sibelius is the audio interface setting, which is unfortunately stored deep within the application in Sibelius's audio engine options. To access audio engine options, you're going to visit the Play tab, go to the Setup group on the left-hand side, click the Dialog Launcher button, and this takes you to Playback Devices. On the bottom of this window, click Audio Engine Options. The interface setting in the Audio Engine Options dialog is where you'll choose the device that you want to use for playing back the audio from Sibelius through your computer. If you don't have any additional hardware devices installed or attached to your computer, then you'll be using your computer's internal or built-in device. On Mac systems, you would choose built-in output Core Audio, and on Windows systems, this will usually present itself as the primary sound driver. To be successful, it's probably best if the choice you make here matches your computer's main output device, but you may have to try some different settings in this window until you find the right one for Sibelius. For example, Windows systems with audio interfaces are usually given multiple hardware driver choices for one single interface. You may find that one driver works better than another in Sibelius for driving the sound out of a particular interface. There's also a setting in this window for adjusting the buffer size. You may have to come back to this window to adjust the buffer size in the future should you experience latency issues during flexi time, or what we call real-time recording, or should you be using a large number of virtual instruments that your computer is having difficulty processing. The general rule of thumb is record low and playback high. If you're doing live flexi-time recording, you may need to lower the buffer size to avoid latency. If you're playing back a large score, you may need to raise the buffer size so that all of the virtual instruments have room to process the sound before sending that sound out to your ears. Before this video, if your Sibelius output was fine, then go ahead and escape out of the Audio Engine Options window so that you don't make any unnecessary changes to it. If you've made necessary changes to your audio engine, click Close to save them.